Hello, it's Empire Nerd. I might change that YouTube name later. If I get more, viewers, I like to talk about fiction. But here today, I'm talking about what make a good light novel and what's make a good anime, my opinion. These are my opinion. I don't act like these are facts because a lot of you have different tastes. What make a good anime. But I'm not going to apologize each time about my opinion to satisfy what you want to be fact. I don't want anybody to jam my opinions, I'm not going to jam yours because we all have different tastes. Alright, number 1. Adding non-human characters. Why? It's add more detail and more interest. Like, for example, Overlord, where Lorines, the player gets stuck in the undead body, and now he's undead and he's losing humanity. Why? It makes it very interesting because not only that, your character's stuck in an avatar body who is undead. He's stuck in the game, so actually stuck in the game is not really that, different. See what I'm saying? Since he's undead, he's more interesting. But he's not that typical undead who just murder everything in sight. He show respect and humble, like those type of things, like add characteristic to your non-human characters. Like your main character could be a demon, goblin, slime, undead. Oh heck, your main character be a demi-human. You still classify as a non-human character. Elves, human, dwarves, orcs. Orcs be good because orcs is like freaking human on steroids, so they still look like monsters, so maybe you can put a category non-human. This depends on the situation and how your world view them. But anyways, number 2.
Shut up! Clean your room up, Dawson! I'm gonna take your phone if I have to keep telling you.
I'm doing a YouTube video, hold on.
Oh good, am I on? Hi, peoples!
Sorry about that interruption. So yeah, I'm on number 2, right? Number 2. Darkness. You put darkness to your enemy if it needs darkness. Like Goblin Slayer. Not because this Goblin Slayer have darkness in it. It does have a good story. I only watched one episode. My friend talked about it because I showed him Goblin Slayer. He actually say it's actually have a very good story to it. And he told me about it and a lot of things, blah, blah, blah. And I'm planning to rewatch it at some point. But, yeah, if you want to add darkness and it's really, really nails it to your story, add darkness. And, particularly, it's like Goblin Slayer, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you don't expect it. How dark it is. Especially goblins were molesting and ripping females' clothes and poisoning them and be all fucking cocky. Damn. Yeah, if it nails your story, add darkness. Some people back away. Some people would be very interesting what's going to happen next because they don't expect how darkness it could be. All right, number 3. Do not be one of those person just made anime or light novel all because for the money. And have the most stupid characters in a stupid story. Like Queen's Blade, for example. Terrible. Just terrible. I don't even know why it's called Queen's Blade. Bunch of tits and freaking cats fights. And it's a bunch of sexual reference. I hate that. Like, I don't mind sexual reference. Do add maybe sexual behavior just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's be number 4. But not a whole lot like a Queen's Blade where there's no freaking purpose at all. It's just, I believe they just make a story and it's just like terrible, or is it better in the manga? I don't know, I can't tell. I think it's both crap, even if I can see in the anime. Just a bunch of cat fights. It's like having a bunch of freaking cockfights. 2 males and fighting each other. Their penis out. There's an anime like that. Yeah, I don't even bother watching it. That sounds gay, I'm saying, but I'm just... See, you see my point? If you go as a tile calls Queen's Blade, it should be Blade with a queen, right? It's like saying Goblin Slayer without goblins. It's like Overlord without an Overlord.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Add that out. My brother interrupted me again. I mean, this is my mother interrupted me the first time. But anyways, let me see. Yeah, like, it's like less purpose of freaking Queen's Blade. I freaking hate Queen's Blade because it's just a bunch of fucking cat fights. That's literally it. Like my friends say, you should call Queen Tits instead of Queen Blades. It makes more sense. Yeah, number 4, do add some sexual reference because there's gonna be pervs probably watching your anime, but don't add too much where it's just that's all it's about. For example, like Overlord do the breast grip in season 1. Well, he does it because he want to test it. Is this really real or is it just a fantasy? It's a sexual reference because it's viewed the perverts who are just imagining just grabbing out about breasts. And number 5, do not add just flat material. But if you do add flat material, serve her for a purpose. Sorry, wisdom tooth. Purpose. Serve her a purpose in your story. I hate when people do... I hate light novel and I hate anime in general. They add an anime character with no purpose except for jerking off to it. Anime. I see that a ton anime where they add an anime girl with no purpose just because they want to make it as a big breast and big butt as possible, and she served no purpose. I know Albell is freaking smoking hot with big breasts, but she served a purpose. She saw her as a flat material character, but she served a purpose in the story. See what I'm saying? What's the difference between flat materials serve a purpose and flat materials serve not a purpose? I'd rather a flat material serve a purpose because I don't want to be like that stereotype man. You know, like a stereotype man where I always think about sex towards anime character. Well, it's your anime. Do whatever you want. I'm just saying, if you're going to have a flat material, just serve her a purpose. Alright. Number 6. Make an interesting protagonists and villains. Add them with backstories. That's a good thing. But if you're a beginner making anime and light novel, just take things slow, take things easy, make it interesting. Then later on when you get good, add backstory to your villains and your protagonists. And number 7, I think Wait a minute. Crap. There's no 7. Crap, I think I have more than that. You ever discuss something you think you have more numbers to it? I guess I ran out. Damn. Hold on. Let me think. Oh yeah, number 7, add variation sub-characters. In the first book, in your first anime, you should focus on your main character in an interesting situation. If it's not, your sub-character should be been talking a lot. Like, for example, Overlord did this. Like, sure, you're focusing on the main character, but you're focusing on a lot of the sub-characters in episode 1. And when you focus on the main character, he do something very interesting, very badass kind of way, you know. Alright? And that's my opinion, and this video is kind of ruined. And I hope you have a good day. Next time I have my door closed when doing YouTube videos. So many eruption.